Okay, so I want to talk about something real quick. So, there's a recent video uploaded by Watch Party, who's a big Cobra Kai YouTuber, and as many of you know on my channel, I did indeed make a video before discussing I'm not really a big fan of him. Like, I like his videos, I do think some of his videos have merit, then some of them don't always have merit. Now, one video in particular I really love is a video called Miguel's Arc in Season 4. Miguel's Arc in Season 4 hurts you. Well, not really in that specific way it's worded, but in my opinion, one part of the video I really liked about it, and I'll link what the title is down below, I'll type what the title is down below. What I really love about it is that, well, one thing I love about it is Sam is she accurately portrays Sam and Miguel's relationship, and I'm very happy about that, because it's really happening, because in one bit, he actually talks about how in episode 8, Sam and Miguel was gonna say he loved her. And I really think that would have made sense, because over the course of the series, in Season 1, we meet Miguel Diaz. He clearly develops feelings towards, he clearly has a puppy dog crush, as my mum would say, a puppy dog crush towards Samantha Larusso. And this is a cute idea, but unfortunately Samantha Larusso is dating Carla, Miguel's bully. Soon, Miguel does end up defeating Carla and his gang of cronies and earns Samantha's attention and respect. Soon Sam and Miguel soon flirt a bit. They flirt back and forth in one class together, and then Miguel asks Sam on a date. Took off and stuff. At first it's not a date, but then soon they start growing close to each other, and Sam starts having feelings for him, and then by the end they're not a date, ends with not a kiss. And continuing on after that, they end up dating from Season 1 Episode 7 All Valley throughout Season 1 Episode 8 Molting, and Season 1 Episode 9, I think it's called Different But Same. That's it. And then they unfortunately break up in Season 1 Episode 10 No Mercy. Or I think Season 1 Episode 9 Different But Same, and Episode 10 No Mercy. Episode 9 Different But Same, they break up. Episode 10 No Mercy Part 1. Miguel tries to apologize to Sam, but due to his fully sinking his fans into the Cobra Kai creed, it pretty much darkens his soul a bit. And one cool thing is they really kind of emulate a Star Wars feel, so it's really cool how they emulate Star Wars. I'd really love Josh Hurd, John Hurwitz, and Hayden Schlossberg to write Star Wars. Please team up with Kevin Feige and write Star Wars. Please team up with Kevin Feige and J.J. Abrams to write and direct Star Wars movies. That'd be just so awesome. But nonetheless, continuing onwards, in Season 2, Miguel moves on dating Tori, and Sam goes on to date Robbie. Now, even though Miguel was dating another girl and he was trying his best to move on, it was clear he still had lingering feelings towards Sam, and as quote-unquote, he could not stop thinking about her. Sam, on the other hand, was a bit conflicted. She was in love with, she was dating Robbie, but her love went a bit more to Miguel, which is kind of conflicting. It's a very interesting thing that she's conflicted. It's very interesting. She's conflicted. She wants to be with Robbie, but she also wants to be with Miguel, and she can't choose. She doesn't know what to choose. And Miguel, well, he may indeed be with Tori, but he loves Sam. That's the thing. Sam and Tori, even though Tori loves Miguel with all her heart, Miguel doesn't fully reciprocate this, because Miguel clearly still has feelings towards Sam. So by the end of the season, Miguel and Sam obviously kiss due to the fact that both of them are drunk, and while Sam leans in for one and Miguel takes it in, because, well, he still likes her. And then obviously a school fight starts out. Miguel goes into a coma. Anywho, skipping through most of the season, Sam and Miguel do indeed become friends again. And soon after an incident involving Robbie, Miguel, and Sam, after Robbie and Sam officially end their relationship in Episode 8, Sam and Miguel begin dating in Episode 9 and pretty much go from there. After that, Season 4 picks up with them still dating, and, well, unfortunately, Johnny and Daniel's rival nearly disrupts their relationship again. Luckily, Miguel's learned from his mistakes and learns to fix up his relationship this time instead of just going all angry mode. So, the first time Johnny and Daniel's rivalry sorry, not really that good at pronouncing some words. Johnny and Daniel's rivalry affects Sam and Miguel's relationship. Due to Daniel hating hating Johnny Lawrence with a burning passion, it causes Sam to have to hide Miguel from him because Daniel would not like the idea of her daughter dating Cobra Kai's #1 bully, as he would see it. And Johnny Lawrence, due to his hatred for Daniel Larusso, warns Miguel about Larusso. Yes, Daniel did indeed make a move on Allie, but, well, here's the thing. Allie wasn't Johnny's girlfriend anymore. Allie and Johnny had already broken up by that point, so Daniel was just trying to talk to a girl in a new town. Johnny's emotions seem to always get the better of him, along with Daniel. Their emotions always seem to get the better of them. But continuing onwards, that affected Miguel and pretty much affected Miguel and Sam and caused them to break up. The second time it nearly broke them up, but luckily it didn't, but in a different way. Due to the fact that Eagle Fan and Miyagi-Do switched training sessions, so Johnny trained the Miyagi-Dos and Eagle Fan, and Daniel trained the Eagle Fans and Miyagi-Do, and this caused a rift between Johnny and Daniel, Johnny being jealous of Daniel forging a relationship with Miguel and thinking he would lose that connection. Now, I'm not surprised Miguel wants to forge a relationship with Daniel, considering his girlfriend is literally Samantha Larusso, Daniel Larusso's daughter. And while I'm not surprised Miguel would want to forge a relationship with her, with his possibly long-time girlfriend's father, and in case that girlfriend relationship goes into a whole new stage, he'll want to try and at least get her to develop a relationship with his girlfriend or possibly future something's father. So why not try and develop that? But obviously Johnny's jealousy gets the better of him, and his emotions obviously get the better of him. But luckily Sam and Miguel managed to stay together. But in episode 8, Miguel takes Sam to the prom dance, and he was going to announce something that I thought was so sweet yet saddening, and this is where Watch Party's video I really start liking it. He said that Miguel was going to say he loved Sam. And I think that makes sense, because so far in the series, it looked like there were opportunities throughout the season 4 they were going to say it. Sam clearly reciprocated that, but she didn't know how she could say it back. Because, obviously since they were teenagers don't exactly really are good at knowing how they feel. All adults are like this, but teenagers, especially teenagers in a relationship, aren't really sure how they feel about each other. Now, as a person who's never dated, do not take this as a dating advice, considering I've never dated a girl in my entire life. And I have no plans to, because, not because of my personality or anything, I just don't want a girlfriend. Even as my friends, I had, complicated personal history. Continuing on, let's move away from my weird time of my life. Continuing onwards, Miguel and Sam, it would make sense for Miguel to say he loves Samantha. And I think the prom dance would have been the perfect time. There were 17-year-olds, there were seniors, they were on the verge of going to college and starting a whole new area of their life. And Miguel was going to tell Sam he was going to say the 3 words that pretty much symbolizes their connection and relationship with one another, and symbolizes them being together. So he was going to finally admit how he felt about Sam, what made her so special to him, why he couldn't stop thinking about her so much. And that would have been an amazing thing to see, but unfortunately Sam and Miguel got distracted by Robbie and Tori, especially Sam getting distracted by Robbie and Tori, Robbie being her former lover and Tori being her enemy. And unfortunately this caused Miguel to be a bit distracted too, and then later on Sam ended up starting a fight at an after party after the prom date, and obviously Miguel interrupted in the end of it, they're in the pool, he's wet, Robbie and Tori's date is going amazingly well. And, Sam ruined their day. His heart broken, he takes Sam home, but then goes back to his Johnny's place and pretty much tries to help Johnny back in the bed and says the I love you meant for Sam went to Johnny instead. And, Johnny, being drunk, said, I love you, Robbie. And unfortunately, I think this partially shattered Miguel's confidence in the All Valley tournament. Him and his issue relationship with Sam kind of shattered a bit of his confidence, with the fact that Johnny said, I love you, Robbie kind of shattered a bit more of his connection with Johnny. And then once we reach the All Valley tournament, yes, Sam and Miguel do constantly look over at each other while they're competing in separate fights. It shows you that they still want to try and make up. But unfortunately, whilst Daniel has a bit of imbalance, he has no interest in wanting Sam to try and prove a point towards Johnny, using Sam to beat Miguel or Tori to prove a point or something. But unfortunately, Johnny, well, his rivalry with Daniel Larusso gets the better of him. Although, yes, Daniel has his issues. He's not an innocent person like the show and many other people on YouTube have said about these characters. They're flawed. Daniel isn't innocent. Johnny isn't innocent. But Johnny saying that basically Johnny was putting his rivalry with Daniel before Miguel's safety. And that kind of goes against everything he was trying to do to keep Miguel safe. And obviously this ended in Miguel dropping out of the tournament. After Miguel dropped out of the tournament, well, pretty much left to Mexico. Even though I'd agree with the watch party, it's kind of for plot convenience. What I love is Sam and Miguel patch up their relationship. And it shows that he still wants to invest time in that. But he knows that, I felt like that in that scene, he was about to say, I love you to her, but in the end, he didn't. And while obviously after all this, Miguel ends up going to New Mexico. It's likely Sam will indeed feel an effect from this and it's likely Miguel will indeed call her during his time in Mexico, like Watch Party in his video said. I still think Miguel and Sam will stay together, considering they kissed and made up right at the end of the season, and considering they're on really good terms. I think they're going to stay together, because, well, they will work out in my opinion. And Tori and Robbie basically confirmed their love for each other when they made out on his car. After Tori and Robbie had their date at the prom, they sat in Terry Silver's car and then kissed. Then Tori got on his lap and kept making out with him. That pretty much just symbolized she was going all in with this relationship on Robbie. And it pretty much signifies that they're going to go all in next season. But obviously, with Tori and Sam's boyfriends both gone, it's likely Tori and Sam back at home will likely slowly throughout the entire season, maybe try to reconcile. Tori likely trying to reconcile, with Sam not really into it. But who knows, yeah. I'm really interested to see where they'll go with these characters in the next season. But as far as I'd say, Watch Party did a really good job with this video. I think he did an amazing job, and I think he really did well. And this is a different format for my videos. I was trying to make this go into 6 minutes, but to give all my explanations and prove my point, it had to go for longer. But yeah, guys, just tell me what you think in the comments below. Do you love Tori and... Do you like Tori and Robbie being together? And do you like Sam and Miguel being together or not? Tell me what you guys think in the comments below, and tell me, what do you want to see in the next season of Cobra Kai Season 5? And tell me what you guys thought of Cobra Kai Season 4, okay? I'm not going to say spoilers for Cobra Kai Season 4. Like with No Harem, they're already released. You gotta go watch them now, okay? Okay, that is it. Cobra Kai Season 4 is now streaming on Netflix, along with Cobra Kai Season 1 through 3, and along with the Karate Kid Part 2, 3, and the next Karate Kid. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of that movie master content. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.